guys.
Hey team. Hello guys. Joyce, you're really helping me through. Love it from Australia. Hi Joyce Jeffrey. How are you?
Hi guys.
It's 11 o'clock. It's Easter Saturday.
Here because we found a bit of good news in the newspaper.
I thought I'd put, I've titled this one today.
What have you told?
Vaccinations, schools back, Holby City, news of our new quiz, green shoots of hope.
Oh!
That's because I've not had my coffee yet and I'm about to get one. Morning guys, morning, coming from Instagram.
I wonder if there'll be anyone here today because it's so sunny. I wonder if there'll be people joining us.
Where will they be?
Well, they might be in the gardens or they might be doing their exercise. My skin is so dry.
Well, I hope you're not out and about in the streets of wherever you live. How is the garden doing, Mark? It's doing good, actually. I've watered it. I've planted it. I'm sowing seeds. I sowed a lot of seeds this week. It's all good. It's all good. So, we're going to move through some positive news today.
What's that? 99955 is an emergency number. Is this the number? Ah, there we go. Up. 999. Up.
Where?
There.
It's a silent number to alert police to domestic violence.
Oh, thanks for that, Mark Daniel. Triple nines and 2 5s. Triple nines and 2 5s. Yeah. Triple 999 and then 2 5s.
Sadie Jennings. We've lost 3 family members in less than 48 hours. Oh my God, Sadie Jennings. Sadie's Jennings, sorry.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell. We're not, okay, look, I think the numbers are more than they're saying, but we've got potentially some good news today. Well, we want to share in hope. Would you not say, over coffee and breakfast?
We're going to share over hope. I tell you, we're doing different bits and pieces on the channel today.
Sadie.
So sorry. And Rosie, who contacted us yesterday, who's in a violent relationship. 99955 is a number for domestic violence. Molly Sabre's domestic violence app I mentioned yesterday morning was called Bright Sky, and it looks like a weather app. That's great. Bright Sky. Let me write that down because I'll post about that on Instagram. Thank you for that. That's really kind of you.
Ashley Gardner, relaxing with my music on full blast, waking all the neighbours up. Ashley, you nurse your foot, mate.
Yeah.
No, in the title, Schools Back,
Right.
Reports are coming out from the government that schools could be back no sooner than summer half term, but there could be a slow release back to school after summer half term.
So how do you feel about that, guys? How do you feel about that if you've got kids? Does that make you happy or does that make you worried?
Exactly. Can I just say, I think we're going to fall into a really odd, what they call a bear trap in financial circles, which is it's been so bad that news like this is going to be potentially read as good news.
Oh, hi, Chris Perez.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's a bear trap. So it's like it's potentially read as good news. Schools go back, and then you actually look at it and you think, well, how do we know if anything's been anything's different?
Yeah.
How do we know this is the right move at the right time, given so many wrong moves have been made? Do you know what I mean? So.
Hi, Katie. Kirsty Holehouse, new subscriber. Welcome. She's isolating at home with no garden. Everyone give Kirsty Holehouse a welcome.
Kirsty Holehouse. Hi, Kirsty.
Well, I'm glad you subscribed because we are here every single day, morning, mid-afternoon and night. So we really are a big community, good community here, and everyone supports everyone.
We're trying to become the 12th emergency service.
Yeah, hopefully we'll help you with your feelings of isolation.
I just wanted to mention Emily Lee, morning from New Zealand. You were talking about New Zealand.
Emily Lee, I was just saying I want to live in New Zealand.
Sounds like you've got a grip on this.
Your Prime Minister has done what we were desperate for us to do at the beginning. Desperate. And it's such a beautiful country. I want to emigrate there. I really do. I think your country will be the only one left with no coronavirus.
I think New Zealand could end up being an idyllic Eden on the planet.
Yeah.
Your mum and dad are asking what time is quiz and where, which is a good opportunity for you to tell everyone.
Oh, okay. So quiz is tonight at 8 o'clock here on the channel. But before that, Maddie is doing an Insta gig on our NADIA Sawalha and family Instagram. Really, she's been doing Insta gigs every night on her Instagram, and people.
I call it Maddie Scott's.
Maddie Scott's, yeah, and she is just giving people the best time. So we've asked her if she would mind doing it for our followers, and she's very kindly said she would, and she's not charging us. So that's good. Maybe I'll make her a steak and chips or something. So join us there at 7:30, and then we'll me and Mark will have a bit of a chat with you first, and then she'll join us and sing. Then at 8 o'clock prompt, we will be here on YouTube to do our big fat family quiz. And we've got really organised this week.
Didn't mean to do that. We're going to be doing drunk dancing.
Fake drunk dancing, because we won't actually be drunk. And we're going to be
Drunk
doing
singing.
drunk singing. And we're going to be doing... We're going to have all sorts of questions. My friend Lee is going to give us the template for quiz questions. So we've got some good questions covering all sorts of things. So then we're going to do some TV stuff. We're going to do some nostalgia. We're going to do some questions from the vlogs. Test you on your knowledge of the channel.
Yeah, actually, vlog quiz is going to be a section.
Vlog quiz is going to be a whole section of its own. Look at my white hair around the side there, girls. So bring your snacks, bring your drinks. Don't have to be pissed, but if you want to be, that's fine. Mark will be sober. I'll be having one
And
drink.
if you want, sit in just your underpants, because guess what? You can.
I'm not, though. I'm going to dress up.
Well, why not?
I'm going to dress up and I'm going to put my false eyelashes on and I'm going to make myself, because I'm like this all the time, I feel disgusting. I'm going to have a bath about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm going to get ready. I'm going to have a little drink over the garden fence. And then, and if you're going to get dressed up and make the effort, photograph yourself and tag us in on Instagram and we will post your story. And
We're going to have a virtual party.
We're going to have a virtual party, and please tell everyone, share it on your Facebook, share it wherever you can, because not only are we having fun, but we are going to hopefully raise some money. Only those who want to donate, don't worry, you don't have to pay for this at all.
Do you know what?
For NSPCC and Childline. Kids, there are some kids that are struggling so badly, and Childline is doing an incredible job. So what we'll be doing is putting a Just Giving page at the bottom of the page, and if you want to donate, you donate, but you're not obliged to. Go on, Vic.
No, I was just going to say, we're nearly at 100,000, which is quite remarkable, and Nadia's got a devious and nasty plan for us. But I was thinking quite genuinely that when we get to, say, I don't know, 125 or 150,000, I think we should do a tour of Britain in a camper van.
We
and
want
meet
to do
subs.
that. That's what we said that before.
I think we should confirm that. Would you like that? So rather than doing what do they call them when they call a gathering? What do they call it? A meet and greet?
Yeah.
Rather than a meet and greet, we greet and meet you.
Yeah.
Rather than, everyone coming to like the O2 Centre.
Yeah.
Let's face it,
We drive around.
we wouldn't fill the O2 Centre, we'd fill the O2 shop in Streatham. No, I'm joking.
I think I really genuinely want to do that.
I
I'm not flying
genuinely
anywhere.
want to
I'm
do
not
that
flying
too.
anywhere next year for my summer holiday because this is all sorted. We're going to drive around the country.
Drive around the country in a camper van.
Yeah.
And we'll vlog it, and you'll be in the vlog.
Makeup and no bra on today, first in week. Great. So whatever Mark's going to be in his pyjamas, I'm going to put some makeup on.
I'd be in my pyjamas if Maddie hadn't nicked them all.
Oh, so
Got no
however you're
pyjamas.
dressing, we want to see your photographs, even whether you're just in your bikini, anything.
So Josh Dobbs says, I'm in year 12. I think it's a shit idea. Kids will transmit the disease like wildfire. This is what I think we all have to have our really sensible heads screwed on here. We're all desperate for progress. We're all desperate for change. And we're all desperate for good news. But we don't want to be led up the garden path in our desperation for good news and like be led into the gully of death. Do you know what I mean? Or the valley of death. It's just like we've got to treat these steps cautiously, because this government is now currently, unfortunately, on the back foot, and they need to be seen to be saying what they think people want to hear.
Janet Smith says my children will not be going back.
Yeah.
Melissa Ash, first time I've managed to catch her live. Hello.
Hi, Melissa.
First day off from my new temporary job in a local Tesco. How times have changed from my normal job as a hairdresser. Wow. Well, glad you're spending a part of your day off with us. Hope you're going to join the quiz tonight.
And Melissa, if you want a bit of a chuckle, check out my affectionate little impersonation of a hairdresser when doing Nadia's dye. It was in one of the last two vlogs, I think vlog 20. People may be asking, why is Holby City
Hi,
in the
Katie
title of our
Johnston.
COFFEED-19? You're thinking that, aren't you?
I know what it is because
Yeah.
I read the news.
Because they've donated their ventilators.
Who would have thought they were real ventilators?
Well, you always hear about Holby City and Casualty, how it's also real and also authentic, and they have
I've
proper
been in
medical,
it. I didn't
medical
realise they were
staff on set and it's proper kit. The thing that troubled me about this was, why weren't they sent sooner? If I'm honest,
Maybe they've just thought about it.
someone on set went, hang on a minute, that's a bit useful. So yeah, that's
we will
Holby
have
City.
to comment the answers or send them in on Instagram. Well, last week, some people liked to comment, and other people like to write them down. But if you want to write them down and photograph them, then we will post the high scorers on our Instagram and tag you in.
I have dirty fingernails, by the way, just because I've been gardening. But look, can I just say, me and Nadia really diverge in this department. I think there needs to be some kind of material acknowledgement of involvement in a quiz. Usually in a pub quiz, that's winning, or something. So we've kind of met in a sort of awkward place in the middle, where you're suggesting people who get them all right, or most of them right, but then if it's most of them right, then everyone could send them, and then we could post everyone. So I think if you get all answers right, but only if you get all answers right, and you send your Instagram photos to us and copy us in within the first half an hour, shall we say, or after the quiz, we'll repost them on our Insta stories.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make sense?
But the main thing
I'm a
is,
bit
we're just going to have loads of fun, and we are not going to talk about coronavirus for 1 second.
Babe, it's not about the taking part, it's about the winning.
It's not for me.
It is about the winning. Tell us your vaccination good news.
But Zoe, you don't have to be good at quizzes. You can just join us for the fun.
Who's not good at quizzes?
Zoe said, I'm rubbish either. I just saw in the WhatsApp group, the Loose Women are planning a quiz, and I'm like, oh my God.
Zoe,
I might have to kick you onto the table so
That's
you
all
can tell
right. Keep me
the
under the table. That's sort of metaphor for our life. Zoe Agnew, just keep a glass of wine there, and I'll just every now and then do something really stupid.
What we'll do is we'll put the link under here. Can we do that afterwards?
I think
the Just Giving page.
Oh yeah, the Just Giving page.
So then you can, if you want to donate today, you can. We're hoping to raise £1,000 tonight.
We're hoping to be yeah, which I think let's do it.
That's why we need you to tell everybody else to join us. That's why we need everyone you know.
Natalie Higgins.
Imagine if we could get people across the world joining our quiz.
Oh, that would be phenomenal.
That cool. So, if you are from across the world, please say what country you're contacting us from.
Natalie Higgins. There should be no work or school until there's a vaccine, and all shopping kept online. Inclined to agree. Are you going to be composing the questions today on the vlogs? Because you mustn't forget.
I think we can both do that.
Yeah,
just
Greece,
come up with
sort of general knowledge.
From the vlogs.
Have a look at Spain, have a look at Greece, have a look at glamping. I'm shit at general knowledge, anything to do with history. Ashley, we'll chuck in a few historical ones in there for you, maybe.
Yeah, any requests that you'd like questions on?
Category request. Any categories? I mean, is general knowledge one of the favourite? When you look at all these quiz shows that are so popular, aren't they, on telly?
I've been watching Nanny die almost drowning in your Grease vlogs.
Nadia, what's in your hair? It's a good question.
An eye makeup brush.
It's the tail of a Fraggle. Showbiz questions, RM's jams. Good. Yeah, showbiz, film, TV, and mainstream. Nothing kind of too esoteric.
Somebody wants music.
Oh, I need coffee.
Music
James
round.
Flanagan.
Quite a few music rounds.
Music and film, please. That's good. Food questions. Cooking, Angela Locke. Soaps, movies. Are schools reopening? There is
soap operas. We mustn't forget a few
soap operas. There is talk of schools potentially reopening after the summer half term, so that would be in June.
It's a really good question, because somebody said they won't allow their children to go back. Obviously, our children are homeschooled. Oh, Claire Rowe, you want us homeschooled permanently now? Carrie. Oh, well, we're actually doing a book on that.
Well, we're proposing a book for people who find themselves
because
in
we
situation.
think a lot of people are going to do that. It's a good life.
Yeah. If you can adjust, there's a lot of practicalities
It's
involved.
hard, but it's good.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? So if people think, well, I don't want my kid to go back to school, are the same rules going to be in place where you have to and you get fined?
Yeah.
Good conundrum.
Good
what
conundrum,
would be morally
Mr. Waller.
right? I think the parent has to be able to make the choice.
That's a good conundrum.
That would be a loose women topic.
You've got to have the right.
What do you think, guys? Do you think you should have the right?
Can we also just say later today we're going to be doing a live which is dedicated only to those of you that want to talk about coronavirus but are frustrated to hell. If you go to my
gardening questions.
If you go to my Angela Locke. If you go to my Mark_Adderley Instagram account, I've just posted something on my Insta story, which is a swipe through to the article that Alistair Campbell wrote about how the press aren't asking the right questions. So we thought we might do a little area or a little moment. So those of you who don't want to do it, because I understand it's all bloody everywhere.
We're going to do that as a separate
That's what I said.
film.
That's what I said.
Oh, I think it's a little area.
No. It's going to be a little area, this film, this moment later, a little live for people who just want to come and want to interrogate and have sharp questioning that the press, if I'm honest, the press are failing massively.
That's a really good idea, actually. Join us, and it will be totally coronavirus. So
if you don't fancy it, don't join.
if you're like keeping yourself safe
Yeah,
from
yeah.
it today.
It's important.
Because obviously tonight we're not going to mention the word. Nobody's allowed to mention the word. That's the only
That's a
rule
really good
for joining
comment.
us
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah.
night.
In relation to this, Heather Kirkland says, why can't the people
Ask the
questions as well?
Love that idea.
Because suggest it to who do we suggest it to? The
But
government.
go to Mark's Instagram
Yeah, swipe up and read the-
swipe up and have a read of it. I was just like, I was screaming yes as I read it this morning. These are all the bloody questions I want to be asked.
Dawny, what time for the coronavirus live? Very good question, Dawny. We're crap at times at keeping them.
Well, we should tell them no that now though while we're here.
Well, go on then, darling. If I say a time, generally, men and women, do you ever find this? Men say a time,
Yeah.
they plumb for it, and then women go, no, that can't
Well,
happen.
I think it would be nice to do it before the kids are up,
Why are you
because then we
whispering?
can
Why
make
are you
them
whispering
lunch.
like no
Because
one should
whenever
hear?
I'd say the word kids, I whisper.
It's really bizarre. So you should
Why
do
don't-
it when the kids are where's the kids? What are the kids doing? After lunch?
No, before lunch. Because once they come down, I want to give them
It's
some
before
attention.
lunch now.
Well, why don't we do it in 15 minutes?
12:30.
No, let's do it in 15 minutes. They
11
can go and
thir-
have a read of it. Because then they'll...
That's not long enough.
Why isn't it long enough?
11:45.
Why isn't it long enough?
Because some people will come off of it. Oh, darling, can we not have this conversation? It's very boring
When
for everyone.
would you like it? Would you like it in 15 minutes,
Or would you
guys?
like it a bit later?
Look at the way you said that. The intonation. Or would you like it a bit later? You're trying to convince them to go later.
Jasmine All, if there should be just a join sign next to the subscribe sign, unless you're on an iPad.
Yeah, if you
In
want
which
to
case you
join
have
the
to jump
members
onto a
area,
laptop
you
elsewhere.
you can't do it on your iPad.
Yeah.
And in fact, don't join if you're on an iPad because I don't think you can watch it from an iPad, can you? Is
You
that
can
right?
watch it from an iPad, but you can only register as
Register.
a member on a proper computer. So you have to somehow use one, and then 11:45,
I make chicken
12,
tikka masala on the Sunday show this week.
That's not definitive. Everyone's saying all sorts of different things. 12's
They
coming
want
up a lot.
coffee. They want coffee. 11:45.
11:45.
Let's split the
Call it-
difference.
11:45.
Half an hour, so
All
you
right.
can all get your coffee. James
Yeah.
Flanagan, who's looking for a reason to get out of bed and get a coffee, get up, go and
Get
get
a
yourself
coffee,
a coffee.
join us
11:45.
for
But
a rant.
remember, we want to be really clear about this. We are only talking about how annoyed we are with the... Welcome, Laura Gibbo. We're only going to talk about how we are feeling about the press briefings.
Pippi
Nothing
wonders
else.
why, and I wonder why. Good question. Why would they send the kids back to school in June for just a few weeks? Moronic.
Well, listen.
This is because
No,
they're
listen.
trying to keep
I'm
us...
going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that because I read it yesterday.
Go on.
Because they are concerned about children being out of formal learning for
Ah.
5 months that they won't. So they're going to bring them back in to remind them what formal
Hothouse
learning is,
them and stress
so that
them
they
for a
can
bit.
keep. So they can stress them. I tell you what, if my kids were at school, there is no way they would go back to June for a couple of weeks to maybe get infected. And then what? To just get them back to formal learning for 2 weeks? What difference is it going to make?
Someone's just suggested something which I think is a great idea, but let me share with you the practical problems with that. You should do a lockdown party where you go live and have a huge party. Yes, I agree. The problem with music is that some music is so fearsomely
We want to do
protected
that.
and we don't know. It's one thing having copyright, that's fine. Some people will let the copyright infringement hold and you can still have the film up, and that's fine. But some of them block it. And so you
And
could
if
go
the
to
film just stops.
and they just pull it, and so you could have recorded it for an hour and a half, and it literally stops.
And
in
the
middle.
other thing is, what's happened to some YouTubers is their channel gets taken down.
If you flout those, so when we do a lot of the movie trailers,
So we have to
sometimes
be so
some of them we
careful.
more sort of know, the very sort of observant of you sometimes see that they'll be pulled down, and that's us actually behind the scenes having a negotiation with some of the studios because they've given us permission, but they've forgotten that they've given us permission. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Janet Austin, I just saw your comment go up. She said, Janet Austin says, I've got 2 autistic children. Can you imagine how that's going to mess them up just going back for 2 weeks? Because everything is about routine, isn't it? Well, not
No.
everything, but it's a
I
huge
know.
part of bringing up an autistic child. But you would have I think you have to have the right to say no. You have to, surely.
In
God,
Sweden,
poor you, what a lot to deal with. God.
Anna Froby, schools are open in Sweden. We're not allowed to take them. Homeschooling is not allowed here.
I know, because there's lots of Swedish people in the home ed community here who have emigrated because they want to homeschool their kids.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. So, and what was the news in the title here? We've also got vaccinations. It was the Oxford University
This is a bit of good news.
professor has said that I mean, unfortunately, the news is always a little bit kind of wing and a prayer. Fingers crossed on if there's a Y, if there's a U in the word in the day, 80% possibility that by September we will have a vaccination.
Which is high, and it's Oxford University. I think these are the people. The Horizon special, coronavirus special, was very, very good the other night. If you want to watch it on catch up, it wasn't sensationalist and terrifying us. It was really good, clear facts, and I think it was the guy from Oxford University that was talking. And they found this way to make billions that like they can do 50 million vaccines. They said they can create the vaccine so quickly. Once it's been approved, they can actually get it out pumping. So we need this light. We need this light. Obviously, you don't want to take every bit of good news and go, oh, this is it, we're all going to be fine. But unless there's pinholes of light, what the hell are we going to do?
Sonia Cronin, it's all Carol Baskin's fault. Is that the woman out of Tiger King?
Oh, God.
That's dark.
Last night's episode. What
oh, my
episode?
God, episode 4 we watched last night. It was brilliant.
God, I loved
Brilliant.
Couldn't believe it. We would just go, what? Yes, Holly, 12, we thought you'd like the
11:45.
coronavirus live. So we're just going to be talking, you've only just joined maybe, Holly. We were reading an article today where, from a paper called The Article, wasn't it?
Yes.
And it's...
Alistair Campbell.
Alistair
Who I
Campbell,
never used to have a lot of time for.
who
But
had a bit of a moan about the appalling questions in the briefings.
go to my
And-
Instagram, swipe up Insta
Yeah.
stories to see it.
And Mark Austin from Sky News said to him, well, what questions would you ask? And don't do that to a highly intelligent man, because he's come up with...
Oh, yeah, with about 10.
So, Holly, love your perspective on
Yeah.
it. Have a read of the questions.
We're going to go
before the
through them
live.
as well. We're gonna
Oh,
go
you've
through
read
them.
it, Holly?
They're so good.
Don't you think they're really good bloody questions?
Really good questions.
So, we'd really like you to read it, guys, if you can, so we can have a bit of a chat about it.
Also, finally, if you want some real nostalgic escapism before we sign off on this and go to the coronavirus chat, head over to the Popcorn Junkies. We're dropping movie recommendations.
Yeah, it's
'cause
doing really well.
We're in a profoundly sedentary situation here where, yeah, there are new films, but I'm just looking at really good classic old films that almost minute for minute will keep you entertained. And the one I've done today is an absolute corker. So head over to the Popcorn Junkies Instagram. I'm going to shut the door because someone's mowing their lawn again.
And we'll see you at 11:45, did we say?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
11:45, we'll have coffee, you'll have coffee. I hope James Flanagan has got himself up out of bed, because he was having trouble getting out of bed today, and has got his kettle on. See you at 11:45. Remember, it's only coronavirus chat.
Only
Lots of love.
coronavirus.
See you soon.